The specific doctor told me, and I'll never forget this, he said, "Your husband has multi-system organ failure. You should just let him go." But I told them that you don't know my husband. Like, he's super strong. He's the strongest person I know. He's gonna make it through this. You just have to give him a fighting chance. I love you, baby.
You were definitely a baby.
Prior to when Logan had his stroke, life was pretty good. We had just had a young child, so she was about 10 months old when we found out that Logan had a stroke. And prior to that, just kind of normal parents. So we did, all normal things. Come to the gym every weekend together as a family and work out together and just do so many different family activities. Logan was a former powerlifter, so he was very competitive. I am a competitive Olympic weightlifter, and prior to that, I was a gymnast in college. Things obviously got very different after he had a stroke. It was late at night for me, and it was early in the morning for him, so I had sent him a, have a good Monday, good morning, I'm going to bed sort of text. And I've come to find out that that text may actually have saved his life because it woke him up from the stroke that he was having. Without that, he would have probably just went in his sleep.
I get off the bed, I trip on the sheet somehow, and I fall on the floor, bust my head, and at that point, I was able to crawl, but I couldn't walk. My mother, who had stayed with me for a while to take care of our daughter, I yelled out for help, and at that point I went unconscious. I had lost all movement on my left side. Once I got to the hospital, apparently they had called Stacy that they didn't think I'd make it through the night.
And then the surgeon called me and said, "You need to get on a plane right away." And I was like, is he gonna be okay? And he goes, "I don't think he's gonna be here when you get home." Sweetheart, I'm over here. Hey, I'm with you, okay, always. You're gonna be okay, baby. You just had a surgery, okay? You're in the hospital. Right now you have a vent. When the doctor comes in, I want you to do what he asks, okay? You have to listen to him. I know.
If you do, it's gonna come out.
I know you're trying to cry, baby. I know.
Don't.
It's okay, it's
You're
okay.
good. You're doing so good.
I think it had been about 3 weeks at the hospital at this point, and they started to take him off the paralytic agent. They were like, he's doing better, let's see what he does. So they took him off of it, and he started to do better. He's waking up, kind of talking. His very first thing he said was with our daughter in the room. He said, "I missed you so much."
I missed you so much.
I saw my black coat and my slip dress. Let's go get mani-pedis. Ooh, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Flashlight.
It was the sweetest moment of my life. One, he could see her, right, and he knew who she was, because I was worried, maybe he'll recognize me, but not her. Maybe he'll know her, but not me. So I was just so worried that he wasn't gonna know his own daughter. The specific doctor told me, and I'll never forget this, he said, "Your husband has multi-system organ failure. You should just let him go." And I was like, what are you talking about? He's doing better. His brain's getting better. His lungs are getting better. He's 37 years old. I kept saying this to the doctor. I was like, did you read his chart? He's only 37. But I told them that you don't know my husband. He's super strong. He's the strongest person I know. He's gonna make it through this. You just have to give him a fighting chance. I want to transfer to a higher level of care, doctors that believe in him and that are gonna help him get to that next level. hold it up, hold it, hold it.
Stacy, she did a lot of physical therapy for me for passive range of motion while I was unconscious completely. But once I woke up, she had started doing some physical therapy to improve my health at that point in time.
I was stretching him every single day. I was doing massage. I had electrical stimulation. I was using that. I was doing like PNF patterns, like everything that you're supposed to do to be able to like help patients. I was doing already for him because no one else was doing it. The doctors weren't coming in and helping, nurses, PT, OT, like, so I was like, if no one's gonna do it, I have to be that person. Like, this is my field. Like, you know, I can't fail my husband. I'm gonna give it whatever I got. And then we get a call at like 8 p.m. because I was still messaging everybody I knew. And they said, okay, we're transferring him tonight at 2 a.m. So I asked the doctors at St. Joe's who listened to me if they would give him a shot and just take him off of it and see how he did. And they're like, yeah, but we'll be ready to do the trach. And so I said, okay. 2 days after he'd been there, they took him off of it and he did fine. He never needed to go back on it because they had also taken him off of all those medications that the other hospital had put in him that kept him so heavily sedated that was not helping him breathe.
Good. Now can you squeeze and pull back as far as you can. Come on back, go, 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 go. Good job.
They started PT and OT and speech right away. They would come once or twice a day at St. Joe's to help him, and then I would still be helping him, you know, on the side. And then we got accepted into Barrow's Neurological Rehab Center. I just felt like we were finally in the right place. You know, we're finally like getting somewhere.
But yeah, at that point, it was a very hard road. I want to thank all the therapists and the healthcare providers that helped me get to this point. I would not be where I am today without everyone's help, especially my wife's. She was being my rock in a place when I was going through some really rough times. After a while, I got to the point where I was able to walk thanks to her with a cane. I was able to be discharged from rehab, and after that, that's when the real hard work happened.
For the first 3 months when we got home, he was still not working. He treated rehab like it was his full-time job, and that's made the biggest difference. We have implemented not your normal stroke recovery because me having my background, I knew that there was also a missing piece, like strength training. So I told him that like, that's the missing piece. Like nobody does strength training for neuro population, not early on. And I was like, but you are a strength athlete. Your body craves that. And like your nervous system knows how to do those things. That's what it's like wired for. That is what's natural to you. So let's do that. It's been really, really cool to see how much that's made a big difference. And not even just like his function, but also his spirits.
I am so amazed that through all those downtimes, I'm still here. But I really want to make sure people know that this is possible. All of this is possible. From someone they didn't, first of all, didn't think I'd survive. Second of all, didn't think I'd come into full function. And to be here, and within that time, how could I not be proud of that? From here on out, I just want to be a shining example more than anything else to these people, is to know that in a hard time like this, when there is such an overwhelming feeling that they may not get back to normal, they can. Trudging through the mud is going to be hard. Those setbacks are going to be hard to work through, but the only way to get better is to go through all of it, you know. And I have, and I still will. I will get 100% better.
She's giving you a hug.